Tok, gimana kita nyari Datuk?
Hari ini kita pergi Pasar Umum
Okay.
in the morning. Then I have few other programs after that. I'll bring you to one kampung.
Alright.
That way kita sudah buat jalan raya tu. Kita sudah upgrade ke jalan raya.
I want to see that. Boleh ya?
Boleh.
So, you gonna be okay driving me around?
Oh no problem. I like to drive.
Man, bila lagi kita mau rasa
Yeah.
Datuk yang kasi drive saya ni. Oh, wow.
Saya sebenarnya lahir di Beaufort.
Okay.
Okay. But after 3 months, with all my brothers juga, I have 5 siblings. What my father would do is diantar kami my mother ke Beaufort.
Okay.
And after my mother gave birth, after 3 to 6 months, he will datang and pick us and bring us back to Keningau.
I see.
Yeah. He said that we out of 6 of us, 4 were born in Beaufort.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're everywhere, kira. So what for you? Actually, to you, Keningau is what to you?
Keningau is my life.
Okay.
I had a friend yesterday, my university mate, who came all the way daripada KL just to wish me luck, you know. And he said this is the first time that he's in, he actually feel Keningau, because he said you were talking about it so much, you know, during our university years. You know, everything is about Keningau. You know, well, at that time saya banyak yang saya exaggerate lah.
Okay.
You know, but that's how I feel about
Okay.
Keningau. You know, that, I mean, it's my life.
If I ask you, you prefer to be in KK or in Keningau, where would you choose to be?
I prefer to be in Keningau.
I see.
Yeah. Slow pace, and because like I said, I grew up in Keningau, and I'm very much familiar with people in Keningau.
I see.
Yeah.
How about your school time dulu masa sekolah rendah lah? Datuk budak-budak yang pandai yang selalu dapat A and everything. Can you share?
Yang paling nakal.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Paling nakal.
Okay.
And Keningau was just a small town before. Then everybody knew everybody. And saya memang famous lah for being the naughtiest boy.
Nice.
You know, but at the same time, I excelled in school as
Academically?
well. Academically, I excelled.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's great. So during your Kira High School, are you into sports? Do you do sports? Play football maybe?
Yeah, I did a lot of sports.
Okay.
Satu. And when I was a teenager, I actually formed a football team, which went on to become quite a popular,
I see.
famous football team I would say in Sabah. You know,
You form it here in Keningau?
Yeah, in Keningau. We produced a lot of players who went on to play for the state.
I see.
You know.
Wow.
So
You play as well?
I played. I played very much so.
Apa posisi Datuk?
Oh, you name it lah. I played every single position,
Including goalkeeper?
including goalkeeper. I represented Pendalaman in under 21 Stephen Cup,
Oh, wow.
playing as a goalkeeper.
Semua posisi
Yeah.
sapu lah.
But when I come back, bila balik Keningau, I play striker lagi.
Oh, I see. Let me ask you a random question lah. Are you into EPL?
Oh, very much so.
Okay.
Very much so.
Let me just guess.
Liverpool.
Oh, sini kita
You
dah
don't have
bengam.
to guess. You don't have to guess.
Sini kita dah berapa bengam Datuk?
Huh?
Because saya
Menu.
betul. MU sama Liverpool rival lah kan Datuk. Tapi di dalam studio Datuk ni jangan kita rival sama Datuk lah. I mean it is what it is lah. Kadang-kadang ada yang masuk gua, ada yang tak masuk gua kan Datuk.
Kabar? Oi, mengacip aduh ini. Tengok itu kacip tuh. Lama punya ini kan. Masih ada lagi kah ini sekarang?
Ada sepi habis.
Apa dia pakai kacip bah ini kan?
Iya. Kalau kami kalau
Kalakatu.
Kalakati.
Ya satu set jarang jumpa sudah.
Ini kau dapat dari mana?
Ini yang nomor 2 sudah Bin. Dia macam buat tantangan sudah.
Di mana orang bikin?
Di sini di apa? Di Jeker sana itu.
Oh, dia orang bikin ini?
Ya.
Hah?
Ya.
Ada orang pandai bikin?
Ada.
During primary school, I was in Keningau. Saya di Keningau.
Mhm.
So until primary 6.
Okay.
And those days from, like I said earlier on,
Mhm.
I actually excelled in school during my, primary school.
Do Aman's family all excel?
That is up to you to judge lah.
I think so lah. I think so
So
lah.
anyway, I was like, I skipped primary 5.
Mhm.
From primary 4, I went straight to primary 6.
Okay.
And after primary 6, I got a scholarship. Got a scholarship from Yayasan Sabah
Mhm.
at the time. And saya akan antar di Melaka High School.
Okay.
So I was in Melaka High School for 2 years.
Kira umur 13-14 tahun sudah kan antar away lah.
11 years old actually.
11 years old, huh?
11 years old because I skip I skip 1 year.
Oh yeah, because
Then,
pandai ya.
I
Okay.
skip 1 year. Then after that, when I went to Melaka High School, if I'm not mistaken, if I remember correctly, I was the youngest in the whole of the school.
Wow.
Because I was 11 years old.
Mhm.
Because Form 1, you're supposed to be like, 13 years old?
Ya betul.
I was like 11 plus at that time.
So how you blend in? Macam mana you? Were you okay that time? Nangis?
Oh, of course.
Ingat rumah
Of
kampung?
course. Ingat rumah, ingat my mom, my brothers, my
So they
siblings.
sent you to all the way there?
That's my dad.
11 tahun lah.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
my dad because to
okay.
him education is very, very important.
Yes.
So he sent us off at a very young age.
So you finished there? High school?
Until Form 2.
Okay.
Until Form 2, but that time, the year when I was supposed to be in Form 3, saya balik sini because it was election year.
Okay.
I decided not to go back.
Okay.
Yeah, I decided not to go back.
You decided not to go back?
Not to go back to Melaka.
Okay.
So I did my Form 3 in
KK?
Keningau.
In Keningau?
Yeah, in Keningau.
Until finish the high school lah?
And no, I was here only for a year.
Okay.
Then after that, I went to Singapore. I was in Singapore for about 3.5 years, 4 years.
Sampai habis sekolah lah?
High school.
High school lah?
Yeah, high school.
Why? Was it
Like
because...
I said, that's my
I
dad's
see.
choice, kan?
Okay, I
So
understand.
dia hantar saya pergi Singapore. I went to the American school.
Wow. Okay.
I went to the American school. Then I finished high school. Then that's it. I came back. To be honest with you, after high school, I didn't want to go back to school anymore.
Ya.
Yeah.
Macam mau berat satu kepala kali mau belajar or what?
Bukan berat. I think at that time I was, I'm quite rebellious.
Okay.
And I like to do things.
So
And I feel that school is so boring for me.
So what do you want to do at that time? Apa you plan want to do?
I don't know. I was into almost like everything, So at that time, I enjoyed sport very much. I enjoyed football. And
Okay.
I told my father, I said, can you give me some money, to open a sports shop?
Mhm.
First he agreed.
Okay.
Then after that, he said, no, you have to go back to school. You finish your school,
Okay.
So it was quite tough at that time because my father wanted me to go back to school and I didn't want to go to school.
Let me just ask you, during that time, were you like macam thinking about the future of the people of Sabah that time? Are you into that kind of line sudah?
Oh, yeah.
Is it?
I started when my father, because my father was their assemblyman in 1976 when Berjaya won the election. He was the assemblyman for Bingkor.
Okay.
And Liang Wan today is part of Bingkur that time.
Okay.
Yeah. So, and I was really, really into it. I think that was the first time that I was exposed
Mhm.
to politics. And at the time I was only, saya baru berapa umur? 14 tahun,
Oh, wow.
you know?
Wow.
Yeah, and then I used to watch my dad,
Mhm.
you know, how he
Campaign.
talks, how he talks
Mhm.
to people, not really campaigning lah, because he did not give me that opportunity to go around with
Okay,
him.
okay.
But people come to the house,
Mhm.
and usually I will sit in one corner and just listen to my dad having conversation
I see.
with his constituents.
Mhm.
I think that's where I developed my liking of the politics.
I see.
You know?
University time, where did you went study?
I went to University of Kiel
Okay.
quite late actually, because I was I always call that after high school I always call it my that years, as I call it, reckless youth in your time. Like I said
Yeah,
earlier
like
on,
rebellious and all.
I did not want to go back to school. I
Okay.
just want to work and all that.
Mhm.
So, but eventually, I came to my sense.
Okay.
I said that I said to myself that I must have at least a first degree.
A decent first degree lah.
Yeah, and it's like like here kita di Sabah apa semua,
Mhm.
it is very important,
Betul.
for to have a academic achievement.
Correct.
So minimum a first degree lah.
Mhm.
So that's when I decided, 3 years. I said that's it. I just want to concentrate. But I graduated quite late actually.
What were your course?
I did international relations.
IR.
IR. Yeah.
Wow, amazing. Okay.
Then I went back for another year, and I went back another year after 1 or 2 years. I went back for another year. I did my postgraduate diploma in
This is
globalization.
when? This is like tahun bila ni
Oh,
Dato'?
it was quite late actually.
So the
Quite
80s,
late,
80s,
yeah.
around 80s or
No,
70s ni?
no. I graduated, like I told you, quite late.
I see.
Quite late in the 90s.
Oh, okay.
As a matter of fact, my two brothers graduated earlier than me.
The younger brother.
My
Lagi
two younger
duluan lah.
brothers, But I didn't feel that it's a loss. It's
Mhm.
because I learned so much.
Mhm.
I learned so much being on the ground,
I see.
and I can consider myself as being, I was
Mhm.
with all that exposure.
Mhm.
I was quite street smart, I'm not your typical, who goes to university, come back
Betul,
with a
betul.
degree,
Mhm.
and uh, like a typical,
Yalah, yalah.
typical graduate.
Yes, yes.
I'm not. I was not.
You was not lah before.
Yeah,
Okay.
so from the
But you still excel. Daripada Q University tu you excel lah.
I did not really excel.
Okay.
I managed,
Why international relation? That time?
international relations.
Was it your option? You picked that?
Actually, my dad asked me to do law.
Okay. Dia mau suruh jadi lawyer lah
Suruh
ni.
jadi lawyer lah, but
Oh,
typical lah.
Okay.
Dulu punya
Lawyer,
father
doctor.
lawyer, doctor, accountant, all that,
Accountant,
right?
yes. Okay.
And he had his reason.
Mhm.
And I come to think of it now, I understand
Okay.
why he asked us to do all
Mhm.
this degree instead of going into politics.
Mhm, mhm.
Okay, so but I didn't like it. I did law for a while.
Oh, you did?
I did law for a bit.
Okay.
And I failed.
Okay.
Yeah, and because I didn't like it, I felt it's
Ya,
so
macam mana
dry,
mau paksa, right?
Then one day I just went up to my father and said, for the next 10 years, you ask me to do law, I will fail.
So what did your father say?
And he said, what is it really that you want to do? I said, I want to do international relations,
Okay.
you know. And the reason I think I chose international relations, even at a very young age, I've always liked international issues, like global issues.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but I didn't realize it then. You know, macam masa tu, I remember dia ada TV
Ya,
dulu
ya.
masih black and white
Ya, black
kan.
and white. Mana
Masih black
dapat
and
yang
white.
siaran jauhnya?
Masih black and white, and the program is like it's only on from like 6 o'clock until pukul 11 lebih
Ya, ya,
saja
ya.
tu, you know.
Betul.
Then I was always looking forward to there's one program
Aha.
called Peristiwa Dunia Hari Ini.
Okay.
And every day they have Peristiwa Hari Ini.
Betul.
Yeah, but on I don't know whether it was
Hari ini dalam sejarah.
no, not Hari Ini. That was
bukan.
much later.
Okay.
This was in the 70s.
Okay.
Yeah. So masa tu dia ada peristiwa.
Okay.
That's like just national coverage lah, just for national news apa semua. This is after berita.
Okay.
Okay. Dan selepas tu every I think it was on a Saturday, if I'm not mistaken. So they will show this peristiwa
Okay.
dunia hari ini.
Okay.
So it tells about the world,
Okay.
you know.
And you intrigued with that story.
Yeah, really intrigued.
I
And
see.
at that time, at the same time, you know, when I read newspapers, I will skip the national news. I will go straight to
Go straight to
international.
global punya.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
So I think that's
how you generate you want to take
why,
IR.
you know, I like international issues more than domestic. Karen ya. Habis dia masih baru juga kan. Jadi sorry saya sudah cakap sama Majlis Daerah. Hah? Ya. Apron.
Mana tak ada data bawa apron?
Tiada bawa ini kali ini hari. Ya. Nanti lain kali insyaallah. Sudah panggil Majlis Daerah apa semua. I said give them the
So Datuk, where are we going now, Datuk?
Kita singgah sekejap di Keningau Mall. Nanti saya ada di sana ada program Dharma Dara Persatuan Hakka tu.
So during your politics, you pick you so you really want to go jump into politics and everything. What was your mind that time? Was it because your father was assemblyman before atau macam mana? What's in your mind? Are you like macam tu masa tu you want to carry by being in the line in the politik ni kan? Yang boleh you rasa boleh bantu the Sabah, boleh bantu your rakyat, ataupun you just want to be in the politik because you like the scene?
To be honest, I just want to serve.
Okay.
I just want to serve.
Mhm.
I want to serve the people. I want to serve the state.
Mhm.
And you know, I've seen so many things. You know, I mean, during my Father's Day, you know, all the shortcomings. You know, benda-benda yang I grew up. You know, bukan macam sekarang. From KK to Keningau tadi, you drove like 1.5 hours. You got here.
Yeah, around because of
Right. For us to go to KK at that time, it took us about 5 hours.
Oh yo,
You know.
jalan itu Gunung Emas tu kan?
Yeah, and I went through it.
Mhm.
I went through it all. I know how people feel about it. You know, we stayed in a house where we had electricity then.
Mhm.
This is almost in town area,
Okay.
but we did not have water supply.
Di mana ni rumah masa ni tu?
It is in a kampung called
Okay.
Kampung Masjid.
Okay.
It's right in the heart of town.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yang di masjid tu.
Masjid.
Oh, itu.
Masjid. Bukan Masjid Taqwa tu.
Tahu.
Masjid Araim. You know. And every time I have to but our neighbor ada air.
Mhm.
You know. So every time that we want water, my mom would send me to our neighbor and said, "Cuba tolong pergi bagi tahu masjid tu suruh sambung air tu."
Okay.
You know.
What happened that time?
No, there's just no. We did not that house. I think just that particular house, you know.
Oh, okay.
In the kampung, you know. I don't know why.
Okay.
I don't know why.
So asal mau mandi apa semua?
Asal mau mandi when we want water,
Minta
we have
sambung.
to minta sambung.
Hose.
You know. So, but eventually we got tap water, normal like no. To me it was like it's
Surga lah, masa
surga
itu lah.
lah, kan?
Aha.
You know, you all of a sudden you have your own water, you know.
Mhm.
So And I can empathize lah, with people, who did not have, apa ni, normal water supply,
Necessities.
electricity, And I just want to serve. I don't want to help,
What can I do macam
What
mana
can
ni
I do?
kan?
Yeah. And I wanted to do so much. Of course, that time juga, you're being idealist. You think you can change the world once you
Yeah,
come
yeah.
back from overseas.
Yeah,
apa
yeah,
semua,
that time
But-
back then,
but
yeah.
That's not what it's. Well, it's not what it seems.
It's not as easy
Yeah.
as what you think lah at that time.
Yeah.
Okay.
So itulah. I think I just want to serve the people, and on top of that, I think I was also inspired by my father.
Yeah,
I
that's
mean,
the.
throughout all the years,
Mhm.
listening to him,
Mhm.
hiding in one corner, because my father never liked us to, when he's with his
Mhm.
people, for us to sit there and listen
And
to
listen, yeah.
him, So I will hide in one corner and just listen in our old house.
Mm.
So that developed my interest from then.
Mhm.
So I wanted to go into politics to serve, just
Mhm.
to serve,
Your first election?
First election was in only 5 years ago,
Okay.
2020.
Mhm.
And I waited for 22 years,
Yes, that's so long.
Yeah, I missed out 4 times.
Yeah, because kita sudah 17 kali, right?
Yeah.
Betul.
Yeah. So,
So-
I started in 1998. I mean, formally going
Mhm.
to politics.
Mhm.
Then I was hoping to apa ni, to run in 2004.
Mhm.
But it didn't happen. And I waited again.
Okay, itu again ah.
Eventually in 2020 I got the chance.
Punya lama dah tu.
That's 22 years.
22 years tu sudah kita
Yeah.
develop something really really strong kan dah tu.
Yeah.
It's the right time to stand. Wow.
And I was, how old was I when I
How old are you by the way dah tu? Let me ask you now.
Now I'm 63. this year.
63.
63. And
You actually look younger face to face instead of the gambar. I'm sorry to say, but
Yeah.
I said macam tapi bila face to face you look actually younger than.
I think because I dress young.
Oh, yeah, you always dress
you know,
actually
because
quite stylo lah di gambar-gambar.
Not really style, but I feel that it's just because the way I dress.
Okay.
I
Okay.
dress young.
Di mana? Terus pergi atas lah. Kamu saya menyanyi.
In 2020, I was already 58 years old when I got my first shot.
58 years old,
58.
yeah.
58.
Okay.
58.
And you won.
I won.
Mhm.
I won. Then, and to be honest, after 2018,
Mhm.
I thought of giving up already.
Kira tiada can ni nak payah lah.
And I didn't
Stop
know
lah.
that the election is going to be in 2.5 years.
Hmm.
So, ada peluang tu lagi lah. I think, syukur Alhamdulillah lah,
Yeah, sure. What is the difference between last time punya election and now? Apa dah tu? Because first time you won,
Hmm.
and then this is your second percubaan lah sebelum kita betul-betul buat pengumuman nanti kan macam mana? So apa difference now back then punya election and now to you?
Those days it was simple. During my time was already dia ada few parties contesting.
Mhm.
Those days was simple. There's just one party yang became dominant.
Mhm.
Satu parti Barisan Nasional.
Mhm.
And you know that until 2018, every elections they're going to win,
Mhm.
right? And we had strong parties then.
Mhm.
But it has changed a lot in the way that you see now.
Mm.
I mean, 10 corner fight now.
Yes.
So
How's it?
And
How's it so far?
it's okay. It's okay for me. It's okay.
Mhm.
It's politics.
I mean, and it's democracy, right?
Yeah. I
Mhm.
mean, to me, I mean, you cannot stop people.
Betul.
You know, and everybody, I guess everybody wants to serve
Mhm.
as well. You know, if they have the chance to become wakirayat. You know,
Mhm.
so you're also taking a shot at it.
Yeah.
So I'm being the incumbent.
Mhm.
I'm just defending my seat. Lah,
Yes.
you know, but it's healthy. It's healthy. You know, everybody got a chance.
Mhm.
You know, to contest.
To contest.
You know, they don't get stopped
Yeah.
from contesting. You know,
I think it's kalau daripada saya punya research, it's to be frank, my research memang saying good green stuff lah.
Mm.
Because I asked the ChatGPT to dig deep, so they're gonna go more further than it used to lah. So dia akan research everything. I said directly, saya tanya lah, Datuk Anwar akan menang atau tidak?
Mm.
Why so?
Mm.
So they give a few lists down, and memang 40% actually saying you will actually tough fight, but actually coming to 78% you're gonna win lah. So ini by ChatGPT, we don't know what's going on. I'm not the people from daripada Liawan dan sebagainya.
That's
Ada.
very 78%.
Mhm.
That's very generous.
Yeah.
I didn't think it's supposed to be that.
Dato', you try ChatGPT. You into IT, right?
You know,
You are into IT. Yeah.
so,
Why so? Why so? Saya tanya lah, why so? I said because of first apa yang keluar, what biggest thing yang you do here? Ini let's just tolak this legacy aman legacy. I'm sorry to say, dengan penuh rasa respect saya. Banyak orang Datuk ni cakap sorak sumbang mengatakan dia hanya Datuk ni berlatar belakangkan this aman family, bapa dia pun bekas begini-begini. Sedangkan I believe so, yang you build this yourself, bukan you perlu, bukan you know what I mean, right? I think semua orang pun faham. Banyak orang mengategorikan keluarga aman ini sebab dia orang keluarga aman mah, senang mah, begini-begini.
that's it, yeah.
But Liawan daripada last election dia orang sudah buktikan, right? What can you say about this bukan issue lah, this time of or stigma orang cakap ni, yang you actually do it yourself, you build it yourself, and daripada kecil pun you memang excel punya orang pun, right?
You cannot run away from it lah.
Okay.
You know, when you talk about the Amans, it's a very prominent family, especially in politics.
Not only in Sabah, I'm saying
in Sabah,
all over Malaysia, I'm saying. Yeah.
But this much I can tell you.
Mhm.
Every single one of us, you know, we are our own men. You know, we decide for our own.
Mhm.
That's what we were taught.
Mhm.
You know, by my dad. You know, even my uncles. You know,
Mhm.
it's just. I don't know whether it's by coincidence or by design that we all like politics.
Betul,
You know,
betul.
so you know, but if you say that I go into politics because I'm an Aman,
Mhm.
you know, not really, and I've never ridden that name to use that to my advantage. You know,
Okay.
actually, and if I mean, you cannot run away from
People talking
it's
and everything
people's
lah.
perception.
Perception, yeah.
You know, as you're this family, semua, semua important to politics. And you know what it's all like. If you go into politics, you have certain agendas and all that. You know, but if that's the case, and if I use my family name as an Aman, I would have been a Wakil Rakyat in 2004.
Dari dulu lagi,
Yeah,
right?
my father, my uncle,
Betul.
in 2004, he was already chief minister.
Yes, correct.
And he has all the power to choose.
Yeah.
Apa ni,
Tapi tidak
candidate.
juga kan?
No. Yeah.
Betul.
And that's how we were brought up.
So kamu kena
You
ingat
have to earn it.
kamu ingat ya.
Yeah.
The time 2004, the uncle, now Tun Musa Aman adalah ketua menteri. Kalau dia mau Datuk mau stand that time, dia boleh saja kalau boleh. Tapi tidak juga. And it happens after 22 years. Barulah berlaku.
Yeah. And even after 22 years, in 2020, none of my family members are in the position of power, you know.
That time.
Yeah. My uncle, was no longer the chief minister. Another uncle was no longer a minister.
Ya, betul, betul.
Yeah. So they were not in the position of power to put me as a candidate. You know?
Betul, betul.
Yeah.
I agree.
So, but ini kuasa Allah Subhanahu Wa Taala lah.
Betul.
You know?
Understand? Yeah.
So I believe in that.
So I think this legacy ni boleh tolak tepi lah everyone. Saya bukan siding mana-mana. I mean by listening to your story, I mean everybody pun tahu. Kalau 2004 tu bully saja kalau Mustang kan, right? But you see.
Yeah.
So Dato, so we are going to this apa nama kampung ni?
Kampung Senagang.
Sanagang ah. So ada tu jalan apa? Jalan apa yang Dato?
Senagang Keritan ni.
Keritan ah.
Saya membawa ini yang kamu tengok dulu Senagang ini dalam keadaan dia sekarang ni. Tapi dia sudah dalam proses pembinaan. Kan?
So
Dan
the
ada yang
before and after lah lebih
before.
kurang begitulah.
Dia, yang satu sudah siap tu was like the before yang sekarang ni.
Okay, faham. You've been serving 5 years here. If I ask people in Liawan, what the people Liawan will describe about you?
I don't know actually.
Huh?
I don't know what
What
but,
do you think they will say?
But in the last 5 years,
Mhm.
the things that I hear a lot is that I made some progress in Lewan. You know, that's what I keep on hearing. You know, so
Itu jalan yang ada aspal, banyak yang sudah ada aspal dulu. That time belum ada aspal during my time.
oh no, I won't take credit for all of that.
Yalah.
Yeah, that was way before I become Wakil Rakyat pun sudah ada. We already have that roads what you have now. You know, but of course there are still other places. You know, I mean yang masih lagi ketinggalan. You know, and there's one kampung which is like a stone throw away from town, tapi masih lagi jalan gravel.
Oh, is it? Is it under Lewan atau macam mana?
Lewan.
So
Lewan.
what your effort to do? What you do to that?
And I always said that you know, if I ever become a Wakil Rakyat, I have to, because this is like it's almost urban. It's semi-urban, and it's
Sangat
still
dekat.
dekat, tapi masih lagi gravel roads, you know.
Okay.
And ada sungai lagi tu, you know, using low level crossing, you know, and bila hujan licin, berlubang,
Betul.
you know. So I said I must get this one done, you know. So eventually get, you know, we got it done.
Dan lah sudah.
Done.
Aspal.
Done,
Wow,
yeah.
Okay.
So but even that is not enough, because bila kena banjir, they cannot cross
Tenggelam.
the low level
Oh.
bridge tu kan. You cannot cross.
Okay.
So I have to build another
Higher bridge lah.
No. Because it will cost a lot of money
Okay.
to build a bridge.
Okay.
You know. So but there's an alternative road.
Oh, kena buat jalan baru lah.
Yeah.
Another route lah.
But itu pun ada bukit sikit, and it's slippery. It's still gravel road, and then so I have to I have to do another road, but it's not asphalt now. You know, it's not a tar road, but I build concrete roads.
Okay.
Concrete
At
roads.
least there's an alternative lah.
So there's alternative now.
Kalau
you know.
hujan apa semua
Kalau
boleh.
hujan, they can go
that's good.
to the other way. You know.
That's one of the good way to solve this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Datuk, one of my finding, banyak saya punya finding di ChatGPT, memandangkan AI ini sangat membantu. So kita fully utilize ni benar lah. They were saying yang macam one of yang Datuk buat di sini adalah you created a WhatsApp group. I don't know, is it true or not? You created a Liawan punya, no? So people can complain, can say whatever they think there sana, and at least directly cepat untuk sampai kepada Datuk. Was it true?
This WhatsApp group mainly for when I first started, I mean those who complains about the services mainly from the Chinese community.
Okay.
Yeah, and they have different complaints. So I said, okay, we'll start a WhatsApp group. let them go in there, you
Mhm.
know, and they just whatever they want to complain about or they want to get things done, they want all these services done, apa semua, put it in there. So I started with I think few people, and then now it has grown to like almost 1,000. It's 900 over people now, you know. But of course, lah, when they go in there,
Yalah.
people are angry because they don't get
Yalah.
the services.
Yalah.
So I said, just take it in.
Uh-huh.
And I'm very fortunate. It's because I have good team. I have good kapitan, I have good PPM, I have good team. And
How do you handle the complaint? How do you handle this? Mungkin bukan saja komplain lah. Ada orang ingin menyuarakan sesuatu pendapat dan sebagainya. Do you
uh,
take note all this?
yeah, we
Banyak
take note
ni
of that.
semua.
Yeah, because like we still have problems with like macam perparitan lah, ini apa ni tiang listrik lah, and sumbat lah, this all sorts of things lah,
Okay.
So we took it in. So and we will bring it to the apa ni to the authority lah, I would say bring the complaints to the specific respective
Ah,
apa ni authority that
yang
you're supposed
sesuai
to
lah,
handle all
bersesuaian lah.
this,
Okay.
yeah, like Majlis Daerah,
Okay.
JPS,
JKR.
Jabatan Air, JKR, SASB. So
Ampas meja kada tu?
ada juga, they're very,
Kenapa ini?
they always angry.
Okay.
I find that when they ask you to do, they're always angry. Yeah, but I cannot blame them.
Yeah.
I cannot blame them.
Understand.
I always say that putting myself in that position, I would be the same.
Betul.
So I try to address this problem as much as I can. But of course, there are a lot of many things still that, is that we need to do, to be in it. So it's not going to be perfect.
Betul.
But
So,
at least
so you take note.
yeah, we'll take note. Yeah.
Jot down and everything.
Oh,
Mana yang mesti kita check juga kan yang
Yeah,
betul-betul lah.
yeah.
Kalau sekadar apa. So you take note and
I
everything.
tell you, there are times.
Mhm.
There are times when people they're not in that group. They don't have my phone number.
Okay.
But I have my Facebook
Aha.
page kan.
Dia
So
hantam
they'll
situ.
send the messenger tu.
Okay.
But I will open the messenger tu. Every time I
You
will
will
open it, I will read,
That's
So
good.
if I see something that need to be done immediately,
Mhm.
I will send messages to my staff, no? The PPM, my CDO, and I will say, hey, look into this.
Mhm.
I mean, even 2-3 o'clock, because I'm a nocturnal creature.
Yalah.
I sleep very, very late.
Welcome
Yeah.
welcome to the world.
Yeah, so
Same here.
apa ni, so I'll be looking at bila malam gitu baru you have a chance
Yeah,
to
betul,
just look at all. So then I said address this problem and we cannot please explain. Just give them an explanation. So jangan we leave them hanging or leave
Yeah.
them dry,
Makin dorang bising
Itu yang
lah.
diorang marah
Ya,
tu
yang
selalu
marah
itu,
tu,
you know. So we manage lah, in the last 5 years we manage. It's not perfect,
Mhm.
but at least it's a start. Like I said, it started from few people in that
Betul.
group. Now it grew up to like almost 1,000.
1,000 now.
Yeah,
Dulu
1,000
Chinese
now.
communities ya, sekarang everybody in.
But this one is mainly Chinese.
Oh,
Chinese.
is it?
I
Specifically
asked
for them.
specifically. Even dia punya group tu pun,
Aha.
dia ada A3 dan dia pakai Chinese letter.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know what it meant.
Okay.
I think it's something to do with N40 or Liawan or something.
Okay. Wah, so basically ChatGPT tu betul lah. I thought, wah, dah tu buat ini barang because ni barang bukan semua boleh terima. Assemblyman ni orang selalu cakap nosy and everything, very hard to jumpa and everything. Are you a person yang, for example lah, nobody wanna see you, would you make time for them?
This is funny.
Hmm.
They always said susah mau jumpa wakil rakyat.
Hmm.
But I say to a lot of these people, when they see me, diorang yang susah mau balik. Because I will be,
Okay.
I'll be with them until into the wee hours, and I got until 5 o'clock in the morning.
Mhm.
So when they come and see me, we'll be sitting there and chit-chatting until,
Dorang yang
not only chit-chatting, but
yalah.
it's not just but we'll be discussing things, and sekarang ni I have group of youth always come and see me.
Mhm.
Diorang pun tidak boleh tahan. And they always say that before jumpa, Dato' Banan, they said you must tidur dulu dua malam to
Sebab kita
prepare
sampai
yourself.
pagi, ya.
Yeah,
Oh, that's great.
yeah. But I.
So you spend time, you
I spend
meet up
time with
time.
them.
Kalau
I
you ada
spend time.
masa and everything, of course you go jumpa and
I'll
everything.
spend time with them.
You respond, you take note, orang punya comment. That's actually
Mm.
good. I mean,
Yeah.
saya datang sini pun Dato' dapat layan, it's good enough. it's not easy. I'm so honored sebenarnya, Dato'.
Start sini kan.
Okey, Dato'.
Dia sudah buat pembinaan sini. Dia mula juga di sini.
Aha.
Bukan dari bawah itu juga. Dari
Okey.
bawah. Sebab di sini sudah siap.
Alright.
Kita tengok yang sudah siap.
So ini yang Dato' buat sebelum ni beginilah conditionnya.
Condition dia begitu yang tadi
Okey.
kita jalan.
Okey.
Kan?
Alright.
So, lepas tu yang kita sudah buat. Then, eventually ini semua ni akan jadi macam begitu.
So ini sudah berapa tahun ya Dato' begini jalan ni sebelum ni?
40 tahun.
Oh iya.
Itulah yang kalau ketua kampung dia cakap, dia bilang berapa orang sudah jalan, dia bilang. Tidak dapat merasai.
Oh,
So dia bilang nasib juga mama saya dapat rasa sikit.
maksud dia kalau
Sebelum
yang
mama dia meninggal.
meninggal
Ketua
sempat
kampung gitu.
rasa lah.
Pun ini saya tekan dia orang supaya sampai sini nih.
Tiba-tiba smooth. Ha, heaven. Oh, okay. Look at this. This is track record. Yeah, let me see. Look guys, kamu tengok sendiri daripada jalan tadi tu and this punya jalan. Look at this. See macam mana menghubungkan kampung apa semua.
Ini ada satu
Smooth.
kampung besar, kampung Keritan.
Nah, ini kampung Keritan lah.
Saya mau lari sedikit daripada Liawan. Saya ingin bercerita in global, in larger scale sikit. This coming election, Dato'. Banyak orang memperkatakan tentang Sabah for Sabahan. Kalau saya tidak address ni, orang akan komen di bawah. So before orang komen, let's talk a little bit of this. Di mana-mana kita boleh capai lah. Saya punya thought about Sabah for Sabahan and orang bilang selamatkan Sabah demi Sabah dan sebagainya. Saya to be frank after interviewing a lot of people dalam politik ini, bukan saja wakil rakyat, tapi the politic analyst juga yang saya jumpa ramai lah. If I have to say pun memang terlalu ramai lah. Joanne, Dr. Bilch, Dr. Lee, many people. I also bertanya diri saya sendiri juga lah. Selamatkan Sabah, dia bilang kan, tapi dari apa? Ini saya to be frank, ini saya punya own perception. Mungkin orang boleh komen di bawah. Yalah daripada anasir luar lah. But to be frank, we need to remember juga. Ini my personal opinion. Yang kita ini dalam Malaysia, right? So, what is your take about orang cakap Sabah for Sabah ni? Ataupun, let me just curate this back lah. Why should we work closely with the federal in building up Sabah punya, entire hala tuju ni?
Well, we don't have a choice. We are already in the federation.
Alright.
So we still have to work with the federal government.
Okay.
Right? But of course, why people are talking about Sabah for Sabahan? My take lah. And my take is because this grievances there.
Okay.
Alright? Maybe the distribution of wealth between Semenanjung and Sabah and Sarawak. You can see that throughout the years. You know, we've been together for like 60 over years. You know, so there's you can say that is on an it's not equal,
Okay.
right? So and you look at our conditions compared to Semenanjung, but of course. They said that because of our land mass, we are much bigger. It's not easy to develop all that.
Demographically,
But I don't think that should be an excuse.
Okay.
Should be an excuse, right? So Sabah for Sabahan is because of that grievances. You know, you see in KL, a lot of people now we are exposed to all this media. You exposed to internet and you see the twin, and yet. We still have people who's living on jangan cakap
decent.
dia tiada clean water. tidak ada air. You know, dia still macam my area ada lagi yang masih masih bergantung pada gravity pipe. You know, so of course they can see the apa ni the inequality there. You know, so that's and we want development.
Okay.
We want development, and this is where it came about because people are just not happy.
Okay.
Right? I mean, we deserve better and more than this.
Okay.
Right? I think that's how Sabahan, and to a certain extent Sarawakian feels you know, how they feel. You know, so, but to me, I always believe in nation building.
Okay.
We are in Malaysia. We are part of Malaysia as well. You know, we've been together for 60 over years. You know? But at the same time, it must be equal.
Okay.
I mean, not full, but at least equal. You
All
know?
right.
Well, because we've been, look at us after 60 over years. And I think if we are treated, you know, we get the same thing as what they're getting in Semenanjung, I don't think the for Sabahan will come about.
Yeah.
And there's also things that is already in the constitution is not being fulfilled. So people are not happy.
Okay. Orang
You see?
bising lah.
Bising lah, you know. So, and you cannot blame Sabahan. I think every single Sabahan feel the same way. You know. So, that's my take lah, you know. So,
Oke, kalau macam start saya datang sini lah, saya cerita lagi bagus. Saya dulu sini kalau bapak saya kan polis, jadi kadang selalu bapak saya kalau cuti dia sudah antar pergi kampung.
Oke.
Memang jalan sini teruk.
Teruk lah.
Ya, memang kita bilang kalau kita mau masuk susah. Tapi tahun ke tahun sudah lama kan ada pohon itu jalan. Tapi sejak 5
Saya
tahun
dengar
ini,
ada 40 tahun sudah
Ya.
itu jalan memang
dulu saya kan saya 75.
Oh.
Jadi saya udah balik bisa sini 82, 83. Memang teruk.
teruk lah.
Aku kira tahun berapa tuh kan?
Aha.
Jadi kita sudah 10 tahun lah.
Oke.
40 lebih tahun pun ada. Tapi ada yang orang tua cakap lagi 60 tahun pun ada.
Oh.
Sejak Datuk pegang inilah kami betul-betul bersyukur sama pemimpin kita sekarang, seperti Datuk Banan. Dialah yang buat ini jalan.
Ini my take sendirilah, track record. We never achieve actually KDNK yang antara paling besar sebenarnya 6 billion over. So I mean daripada more than 30 years we never reached that, and with these 5 years we actually reached good development on connection with you know investors daripada luar, JLCs yang datang ke sini dan sebagainya. Saya sangat berbangga sebenarnya, dan ini orang tidak nampak. And I can tell like macam all programs yang develop under GRS, I can tell macam yang tidak pernah orang buat. Dan focus group itu bagi saya bagus. Bukan sistem side macam mana, memang dia memang tampak, orang pun boleh nampak, right? So why GRS ni for you? We need to continue another one more term, at least few more years, for few more terms to go.
you know, I'm a Wakil Rakyat. I'm representing GRS. Okay? And I can feel the progress because what's given to me, and how there's progress in Lewan. People in earlier on I said people when they talk they say, oh, there's at least there's some progress.
Yes.
Right? And the government has been quite generous in giving us development funds. Kalau kita bergantung kepada peruntukan adun saja, memang tidak cukup.
Memang
tidak cukup, you know. And Liawan is when I become Wakil Rakyat, I inherit yang many years punya problem, you know.
Siapa tu yang dulu-dulu tu?
Yeah, no, I don't want to. I mean,
It's
people
me,
have
it's me.
their own way
Yalah,
of.
yalah.
I don't want to
It's
look.
me. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Saya bukan wakil rakyat,
Yeah.
so saya boleh cakap.
So I don't want to go into the past.
Okay,
I
okay.
just want to move forward.
Yes, yes.
So, but I get a lot of things done.
Hmm.
I get a lot of things done. It's because we have, in a way, a stable government. Whenever I don't have enough funds for apa ini untuk pembangunan, untuk for my apa ini for the kawasan, for the roads and the jambatan, you know, kan? I'll just go and ask, and dapat. They never fail to. I mean, I go and see the chief ministers.
Datuk, saya mau bikin jalan ini.
Datuk, I would say, saya tidak, Datuk Seri. Sorry, saya punya location begini. Datuk Seri, tambah-tambahlah sikit. And he never said no to me.
Dapat.
Dapat.
Okay.
And I tell you, when I became my plan when I became Wakil Rakyat, because I've seen how it works before, I said no more gravel roads, So I said build concrete roads, even if it's like just like take only for 100. If you get 100,000 ringgit, you only get 100 meters.
Okay.
Whereas kalau gravel road for 100,000. You get about 1 kilometer. But it won't last.
Betul.
So, in the last 5 years, I built 117 concrete roads.
Das dilawan itu.
So, if you take the 117, you take my allocation, it's not enough. Tapi because I get help.
Okay.
Every time I go, I minta, kena bagi, And these are all kerajaan negeri. And
Ini kerajaan negeri, bukan persekutuan.
kerajaan negeri.
Wow.
Then, like that one road that I mentioned earlier, close to town. And there's another major road, son. Okay? Which costs, I think, about, if I'm not mistaken, about almost, kalau siap semua, it costs about almost, maybe I can say 50 million, 50 to 60 million.
Wow.
And these people waited for 40 over years.
Oh.
And it's halfway done already. We are going into the second phase. Kan? Then ini from kerajaan negeri. I asked, saya suarakan di Dewan Undangan Negeri.
How do you address Datuk selalu di Dewan Undangan Negeri?
Saya cakap lah, I need this, this road has been neglected. These people have been, bukan neglected,
Postpone lah.
So those days I said, I noticed, those days bila minta, masuklah, okay, bila, the previous Wakil Rakyat pun, to give them credit. Diorang pun minta juga, minta for this road to be built, tapi RMK, one RMK after another. So I said, kalau if I had to wait for RMK and also a lot of
Matilah.
So
Kalau gitu.
So I went to see the CM, I went to see Menteri Kerja Raya apa semua, and I said, please, And,
Hantar meja tidak?
no, it's very cordial. I mean, we don't do that.
Iyalah.
Even during in my speech in the Dewan pun tidak hantar. But,
I seldom see you in media punya, because as I told you kan, ChatGPT pun cakap media shy, memang Datuk jarang ada ni, because that's how you begitulah ada orang punya sifat kan. Tapi ini orang bilang cakap walk the talk, when you walk the talk, banyak orang talk banyak tapi didn't walk lah. Begitulah kan. So I think I agree to your opinion on why GRS ni dari segi KDNK kita tu sangat-sangat tinggi, dan macam Datuk punya kawasan pun Datuk minta kena bagi dan sebagainya. Kalau ikut daripada my finding juga, macam Datuk pun cakap ada yang masih pakai gravity, ada juga jalan yang mungkin kurang, masih Datuk mau.
Masih banyak.
What is your effort if you are given a chance another term? What would you do?
If I'm given another term, I'll just continue what I've been doing in the last 5 years, because there's so many more to do. Bukan belum habis lagi. 117 concrete roads macam banyak sudah,
Banyak tu Datuk.
tapi it sounds banyak, tapi we need a lot more. We need a lot more. We need there are at least 3 to 4 major roads that need to be built.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean bukan built. It's already there, but
Yeah.
need to be upgraded.
Upgraded, yes.
Need to be upgraded. So to me masih it's not banyak.
Kalau begitu Datuk, kalau another term, you need to double your,
Oh yeah,
you need to work more harder lah.
Ada
kan?
ya. But at least now ada the burden itu not as much as when I first jadi wakil rakyat lah.
Oh, okay.
Dulu kalau yang tiada dewan itu I already build few dewans.
Wah.
Ada yang tiada balai raya I already build few rakyat. And based on bukan just for the sake of building a project, based on need. Dia kampung. They didn't ask for a balai raya. But when I went to visit them, I said,
You need the balai raya.
I said, you need the balai raya. So I build a balai raya. And a bigger kampung, they need a dewan. I build a bigger dewan. So, and to our people, this is important because this is
Betul,
where
betul.
diorang ada tempat
Ya.
berjumpa apa semua.
Berjumpa.
So dewan dia balai raya.
Boleh buat kamatan, Christmas, Hari Raya,
Yes.
meeting and all.
So so to be honest with you, they put a lot of emphasis on their dewan and the balai raya.
Oh,
And I always tell them, I say, get your parit, your road ini done dulu, because this one you use only once a year or
Betul.
maybe not
Yalah.
once a year, 2-3 times a year.
Yeah.
So I said you must get your priority right.
Ya, betul.
So but okay lah, we manage.
How about yang air, macam mana di Lewan punya air ni Datuk?
I mean, it's still quite bad.
Okay.
It's quite bad. I mean, but
Whose
it's
fault is
not
that? Apa ni,
because
pasal pipe
of
kah,
there is
pressure?
it's the pipe, no?
Okay.
The pipes, we need to change.
Okay.
Apa ini yang dia punya piping system ni semua. We still like using old pipes. Bila ada pressure, bila you kasih kuat sikit, dia pecah.
Macam pula.
Bila kasih kurang itu
Tidak, angin
pressure,
saja keluar.
Angin saja keluar. Atau sikit-sikit saja keluar.
Ya.
So
Laju lagi tu air kencing.
oh yeah,
Kena-
yeah. That's why sometimes ada juga yang, of course, there are other factors as well.
Yalah.
There are other factors as well. Tapi itulah, there's still a lot that need to be done. Even if I get another term, I won't be able to finish it.
I see.
Yeah, but hoping that my successor, will continue, and but at least saya kasih ease dia
Yes,
punya burden
yalah,
sikit
bukan
lah.
yang macam Datuk terima dulu lah. Kira.
So, but it will never end lah.
Yeah.
Ada kalau tapi at least kasih kurangkan,
I want to add to your Datuk. I mean ini in entire Sabah lah. Sebab ini berlaku di tempat saya juga, Kota Marudu. Dan berlaku banyak tempat sebenarnya. Jangan bilang di bandar-bandar kecil ni, di Tawau pun selalu diorang kasih catu dan sebagainya, right? Even some part of the KK pun berlaku. Tapi what I can tell daripada track record GRS ataupun Kerajaan Sabah ni yang sekarang ni, banyak loji sudah dibuat.
Yes.
Empangan sudah
Yes.
dibuat yang kita betul-betul mau bertunggu. Dan mungkin orang cakap lambat masalah, tapi this thing buat empangan bukan satu hari, right? Bukan
Yes,
satu bulan.
yes.
Years dia makan years. Mungkin habis ni term, kalau sambung mungkin 2-3 tahun lagi akan siap. Dan saya rasa bila ini siap, pressure kita akan lebih bagus. Kita punya air akan lebih bagus, lagi bersih dan sebagainya. Dan bagi saya ini yang perlu saya tambah jugalah, kenapa kadang-kadang kawasan-kawasan kecil tu tidak ada air, tidak ada pressure kuat air, adalah sebab daripada sumber asal itu tidak cukup dan tidak memadai lah.
Oh, mau dua kan?
Jangan kasih wide kalau boleh. Nanti dia jadi stretch and distorted. Wah. Masa kau pula.
I'm from Kelantan.
Okay.
Yeah, I was brought here by my parents when I was 6 years old.
Here.
Yes.
So your name? That's it?
My name is Tengku Adelina.
Okay.
Yes.
So how you met Datuk di mana?
Okay. Secondary school.
Mhm.
Yeah. I went to Melaka, girls' high school, and Datuk went to
Oh, yeah.
Melaka High
He
School.
told
Yeah.
me last time.
This is a brother-sister school.
Okay.
So apparently he has a crush on me.
Not you crush on him lah.
Well, he was.
He started first lah.
No, because I was so tall and he was so small.
Okay.
But he was very, very cute.
Okay.
Very, very cute.
Ada.
Kelantan is our mother tongue.
Mhm.
So, kalau di rumah, kecek Kelantan.
Kecik Kelantan.
Kecik Kelantan.
Datuk ni what type of person Datuk ni sebenarnya? For you?
For me,
Yeah.
Datuk has the kindest heart.
Oh, really? Okay.
But,
Oh, dapat?
but, okay. Kalau you nampak dia kan, kat
Mhm.
luar kan, he looks very intimidating, garang semua
Apa?
kan.
Mengisah nampak.
Yeah, yes. But he has a kind.
Si. Wow.
Anything he eats, he must have soup.
Hmm.
So I don't understand. Masa baru jumpa kan, semua pun mesti ada soup.
Okay.
Yeah. So, and then we got married, you know, because kalau you orang Kelantan,
Mhm.
kan tak makan, tak selalu tak makan soup.
Mhm.
Pasal dia, so after that my mother tahu, oh, Panah mesti nak soup ni. So,
Mhm.
macam-macam lah soup.
Soup
So, ayam lah, soup sayur lah, asal
Okay.
ada soup saja.
Okay.
It's fine. Yeah.
I think
Well, you see, I don't come from a political family.
background sah.
Yeah, political background. It's like chalk and cheese, you see. But I learned along the way, you see. But I told him, kalau if you want me to talk about politics or ikut you in terms of politics, I cannot. You know, and bercakap, I'm not so good. Bicara, I'm not so good. But I can do kerja amal, which
Okay.
I like that.
Okay.
Because I followed my parents, because my father was with an NGO, and I also belonged to an NGO where I was president twice, you know. So he can stand a big mistake, but he cannot stand petty mistake.
Oh,
Uh,
so dia perfectionist.
He is very okay. Kamu orang semua kenal Datuk Banan atau Datuk Anwar Ayu Aman. Kamu tahu apa yang dia buat, kan? Jadi kamu nilaikan sendiri. Tak ada paksaan ke apa. Kan? Kalau kamu senang dengan Datuk Anwar Ayu Aman, kamu undilah dia.
Datuk, this coming PRN, I think you've done your best. Another one more week for election. If you have to say to your N41 Liawan ni, why they should vote for you, what will you say?
Simple. Just let me continue
Mhm.
with what I've done in the last 5 years.
Mhm.
You know, and bukan juga it's going to be perfect lah for the next 5 years.
Okay.
You know, but at least now I've already, itu saya cakap. Sekarang saya ini one person yang tidak suka berjanji.
Okay.
You can ask around.
Okay.
During my speeches apa dari dulu sudah saya tidak suka berjanji. Because saya takut.
Okay.
Takut that I cannot fulfill my janji.
Faham,
you know.
faham.
And because sometimes there are things that is beyond your control.
Yeah.
Kan? So saya tidak suka berjanji. But in this time around, I make few promises na. You know. And the reason I did, because I know sekarang as already being a wakil rakyat for the last 5 years.
Under
Saya
GRS.
tahu sudah saya punya keupayaan.
Ya.
Saya tahu saya punya apa ini, my keupayaan, kemampuan.
Your strength. Yeah.
Saya punya kemampuan. You know, if I, let's say,
You
kalau
can deliver.
saya punya allocation tidak cukup, I know where to look for it. You know. So not all the developments are from my allocations. It's not enough.
Ya,
you
betul.
know, but I know.
Okay.
I know where to get it from.
Alright.
You know, so at least saya tahu saya punya keupayaan, saya tahu saya punya apa ni kemampuan, you know, and apa ni, kita kena satu saja kena wakil rakyat ni bukan saja you know you dapat itu allocation itu saja, that's it. You know, you have to be creative.
Betul.
You kena cari sana, cari sini, you know.
And I think you're creative enough. How many roads that you've been built and everything. Banyak air yang Datuk Balan Raya and everything. Dan belia di dunia ini meminati Datuk. Datuk, what I can tell, orang bilang down to earth juga, senang berjumpa. Orang jumpa sampai 3-4 pagi pulang datang balik because Datuk suka bercerita dan sebagainya. And I think best choice for Liawan is to actually to vote for you. And macam mana mau cerita Datuk? I think you've done 5 years so good. Itu kalau diorang rasa bagus, kenapa mau tukar, right? continue lah. Probably another double kerja lagi bagus in the next term.
I always say if it's not broken, why should we want to fix it, right?
Oh yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one.
So, yeah lah, I still have few good years in me, so I just want to continue what I've done.
Selalu orang tanya begini Datuk. Kalau Datuk sudah jadi pegang ni apa akan buat? Tapi saya mau tanya Datuk ini di sebaliknya. Tapi janganlah biar kita menang lah. Tapi kalau Datuk, let's say Datuk lose this coming, what will you do for Liawan? Are you gonna still help them? At least be the person to voice out dan sebagainya?
Maybe I will still voice things out, apa semua, but to be fully involved, no lah.
Ya lah.
Because I'm like I said, I'm 63 years old.
Okay.
And I owe it to my family juga, I didn't really see my children grow up.
Yeah.
So I know, like I spent 1 or 2 days with them back in Keningau with the people apa semua. So I think I owe it to my family juga.
Okay.
And I want to have a quieter life.
Yalah.
Quieter life. So, but having said that, people like us,
Susah mau
they
berhenti kan?
said like macam MacArthur said, General MacArthur said, also just never dies, they just fade away.
Oh yo, dah lama.
No, it's not that really. No, they just fade away, But being, like for us, we already, this is our life, So panigatal juga,
Ya.
bila sudah mau dekat election panigatal juga. I've seen people like that, So panigatal tu itu kaki mau tangan mau get ourselves involved.
Ya.
And
Because kita biasa sudah kan ini
sudah
barang,
biasa ya. So sudah dua, like I said, sudah 2 kaki
Ya.
masuk.
Ya, bukan lagi satu.
Main motor itu bukan senang.
Ya.
And even when you're already out, you still want to get involved in whatever other ways lah. Maybe not to contest anymore.
Yalah.
But you still want to,
Ya. Voicing
yeah. But we'll be less, and hopefully, I just another thing is I just want to set an example,
Okay.
to the younger generation.
Okay.
And just you have to, whatever I do, I just want them to like take it as something that politics is not, it's not just about contesting. It's not about vying for position, apa semua, but actually to use this to serve the people, to serve the state. And that's it. It's nothing great, to me.
I understand Datuk. The way you say it pun, I think I can tell you tired for the past 5 years ni, and this is gonna be big moment for you juga. It's either you're gonna win it or not, and I think the rest is by your track record lah. So no matter what, apa orang cakap dan sebagainya, main kutur kan, dah main kutur orang bilang. If it's there, this road was done, kena push oleh siapa, kena bantu untuk disuarakan oleh siapa, they'll know. So I think you don't have to worry. Okay? InsyaAllah, Datuk.
If people were to judge me by my performance, I think I'll be okay.
Yeah, see?
I'll be okay if they were to judge me by performance. But I said this to my people. But if they use sentiments, whatever sentiments, and other things,
Yeah.
then it's a bit difficult, lah. It's going to be but it's going to be a tough one. But it's good. It keep us on, it keep us on our toe.
Yeah.
We cannot be complacent.
Betul.
And so that's why, like I said, in the
Comfort
last 5 years, I don't have much time. And so for me, I have to, after 5 years, and I have to show my report cards.
Yeah.
And for kalau macam the new candidates, it's okay. They just say, if I become a wakil
dia
rakyat, I
bagi
will do this
manifesto
and
saya
that.
lah, right?
Yeah. But for me, I have to
Yeah.
prove something,
Yeah.
which I think I've done.
Oh, right.
I've already, I have my report
Yeah.
card,
Flying colours.
Flying colours, I don't think so.
come on,
I'm not flying colours, no. But to me,
ChatGPT cakap, AI cakap.
But I'm not in it to like to say, oh, I don't in it to get medals apa semua.
Yeah, I understand.
But it's satisfaction.
Yeah.
Satisfaction. Whenever I go and see, if I've already dapat tolong satu-satu orang tu, I can ease their burden. And when I go and see them, and there's a smile on their face, kan, that's the biggest reward.
Terus
for me.
teringat yang tiada air terpaksa sambung jiran.
And because I remember those days when saya budak-budak
Susahnya.
lagi. Yeah.
Dapat air macam syurga rasa.
Itulah dapat jalan, jalan
Kan,
yang
satisfaction.
good roads, good seal road.
Yeah.
So you can I that's why I said being a politician you should have empathy. Bukan setakat sympathy saja. You don't
Empathy.
you should have empathy.
Yeah.
You must feel.
Yeah.
You know how they feel.
Yeah.
Then at least you can appreciate. What they're going through.
All right.
Yeah.
We coming to our end of the session. But I want to sum up everything. Ini saya punya finding lah daripada kita punya. First and foremost, Aman's family's legacy. This Aman punya nama melekat sama Datuk seolah-olah Datuk orang bilang was pushed by the family, but actually you are self-made man, and also you've been waiting actually for 20 over years to sit and you won juga. And for the past 5 years, from my finding and daripada kita punya penceritaan, Datuk memang jenis yang want to see growth in your place yourself, because you also, even though you're coming from a family, tapi Datuk pun orang susah juga dulu masa kecil.
We went through it.
Yeah.
I went through it.
Betul. And I can tell because of that juga Datuk macam nak mau orang lain rasa benda yang sama. Your track record is very good, and orang bilang you will keep on continuing doing that. You're a very humble person, and I think overall Datuk, I want to say congratulations earlier, awal. So nanti on the poll day
For what?
for this coming election lah,
Congratulations.
you gonna win. That is from me. So kita bet that Okay?
I don't know.
Bet dah bagus, dah bagus.
I don't
Islam
know.
tidak boleh bet.
Okay.
Tapi in orang bilang in good sense of orang bilang remember what I'm going to say. Saya pun judgmental, I have to say. Saya pun rakyat marhen biasa juga. Walaupun I have this podcast, I do have my evaluation dan sebagainya. Dan pertama kali saya rasa yang you speak through your heart. Kadang-kadang orang bercakap because of their knowledge pasal apa kan. But you speak from your heart, so I can feel it. Thank you very much for your time, Datuk.
Thank you.
I enjoy your time. I do banyak juga your spokesperson bagi tahu yang Datuk pandai nyanyi, suara pun sedap and everything semua kan. Nanti kita cerita mungkin next session selepas Datuk menang nanti kita akan cerita apa lagu dia suka, mungkin kita boleh karaoke sama-sama dan sebagainya. Again,
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
I hope you enjoy your time with me.
Yeah.
With Kinabalu
I
Podcast.
quite really enjoyed it.
Man, thank you so much.
Like I told you, being media shy. And all
Yeah,
that,
yeah.
But I quite enjoyed.
Well, thank you so much Datuk.
Saya pertama saya ingin ucapkan ribuan terima kasih kepada rakyat di Dun dan 41 Liawan kerana telah beri saya peluang selama 5 tahun untuk berkhidmat sebagai wakil rakyat. Dan cuma saya minta sekali lagi untuk dipilih menjadi wakil rakyat, dan ini adalah untuk kesinambungan apa yang saya telah buat 5 tahun yang lepas. Dan saya memang tidak suka berjanji, tapi saya sudah banyak juga yang sudah saya buktikan. Bukti-buktikan yang saya janji saya akan usahakan sudah terlaksana. Tapi memang banyak lagi yang perlu dibuat. So kalau kawasan ini memang saya ini tidur Liawan, makan Liawan, minum Liawan deh. Selalu berpikir macam mana mau memperbaiki keadaan kita di Liawan ini. So sebab saya sayangkan Liawan. Dan saya tidak mau nanti mungkin selepas ini terpantun lagi atau terberhenti lagi apa yang telah kita usahakan. Jadi itulah saya minta 5 tahun lagi. Dan 5 tahun itu bukan saya mau berjanji yang besar-besar, tapi saya cuma membuat apa yang saya sudah buat selama 5 tahun ini.
Yang praktikal lah.
Yang praktikal, yang realistik.
Betul.
Bukan dengan janji yang kita mau yang grand punya projek ini, yang realistik, yang boleh membawa manfaat kepada rakyat. kan. Jadi itu yang saya yang saya rasain sekarang lah. Ya.
So kalau begitu Datuk, saya personally Kinabalu Podcast, saya Ricardo dan juga Flan would love orang bilang to see the growth juga, and we hope after the winning nanti, insyaallah
InsyaAllah.
Datuk panggil lagi,
Amin. Oh,
Okay.
lah ya.
sure.
Ya.
Dan thank you for driving me around.
Yeah.
This is the selain saya punya datuk yang biological datuk lah yang pernah bawa saya drive. This is the orang bilang the only datuk yang who drove me around and specifically show me around ni.
You're lucky because I like to drive.
Oh really?
I like to drive. I like to
That's
ride.
good.
Kan?
That's good.
So
Thank you so much because driving me around, kasih
Yeah.
tunjuk apa semua. And I think as I said di podcast juga lah, to have someone yang betul-betul you feel heartfelt, yang rasa orang bilang macam mana, it's not easy lah. Cara berucap kita very judgmental, right? Our people is very judgmental. Me myself have to say judgmental. Tapi itulah with apa kita punya cerita. I can see you betul-betul sayangkan Liawan. You betul-betul want to see Liawan
bukan saja Liawan,
Keningau itself as well lah. You really want to see the people merasai yang sepatutnya kita rasa lah.
Yeah.
I think the whole Sabah lah. Kita mau gitu kan.
Yeah.
So thank you for your time. Thank you for driving us around lah.
Yeah. Thank you for having me juga.
Alright.
Thank you Kinabalu Podcast mengambil masa ini untuk bersama saya.
Of course.
Okay.
Jadi kepada anda semua, this coming 29th of November is the poll day. Ya, itu hari untuk mengundi. Kamu undilah pilihan kamu yang tepat. Pilihlah yang sudah berkhidmat dan yang memberikan janji yang praktikal. Dan apa yang dia cakap pada manifesto yang dulu tu, apa yang dia suruh buat. Cuba kamu cek track record kamu punya wakil-wakil rakyat. Specifically dalam episod ini kita cerita tentang Liawan. So I think you all boleh tahu siapa yang kamu perlu pangkah nanti. Alright, saya personally pangkah nombor 4. So kita jumpa di episod kemenangan nanti ya, insyaAllah. So saya Ricardo Flanagan, we would like to say thank you everyone, thank you Keningau, dan onsai.
Mansio.
Mansio.